Change is never easy, but always possible. The future rewards those who press on. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. We did not come to fear the future. We came here to shape it. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make some good things happen, you will fill the world with hope. You will fill yourself with hope. The success of our economy has always depended not just on the size of our gross domestic product, but on the reach of our prosperity, on our ability to extend opportunity to every willing heart, not out of charity, but because it is the surest route to our common good. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. We, the people, still believe that our obligations as Americans are not just to ourselves, but to all posterity. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. The strongest weapon against hateful speech is not repression. It is more speech. We need to internalize this idea of excellence. Not many folks spend a lot of time trying to be excellent. Focusing your life solely on making a buck shows a certain poverty of ambition. It asks too little of yourself, because it's only when you hitch your wagon to something larger than yourself that you realize your true potential. The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make some good things happen, you will fill the world with hope. You will fill yourself with hope. We are the change we have been waiting for. The future belongs to young people with an education and the imagination to create. It's important to make sure that we're talking with each other in a way that heals, not in a way that wounds. Change is never easy, but always possible. We can choose a future where we export more products and outsource fewer jobs after a decade that was defined by what we bought and borrowed. We're getting back to basics and doing what America has always done best. We're making things again. Hope is not blind optimism. It's not ignoring the enormity of the task ahead or the roadblocks that stand in our path. It's not sitting on the sidelines or shirking from a fight. Hope is that thing inside us that insists, despite all the evidence to the contrary, that something better awaits us if we had the courage to reach for it and to work for it and to fight for it. We don't ask you to believe in our ability to bring change. Rather, we ask you to believe in yours. The success of America depends on how well we educate our children, how well we care for our health, how well we innovate, and how well we support our veterans. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. I believe marriage is between a man and a woman. I am not in favor of gay marriage. Note, this quote reflects Obama's earlier stance, and it's important to note that his position on same-sex marriage evolved during his presidency. The strongest democracies flourish from frequent and lively debate, but they endure when people of every background and belief find a way to set aside smaller differences in service of a greater purpose. In the end, that's what this election is about. Do we participate in a politics of cynicism, or do we participate in a politics of hope? I'm asking you to believe, not in my ability to bring about change, but in yours. Where you are right now doesn't have to determine where you'll end up. We are not at war against Islam. We are at war against terrorist organizations that have distorted Islam or falsely used the banner of Islam to engage in their destructive acts. The American story has never been about things coming easy. It has been about rising to the moment when the moment is hard. Change is never easy, but always possible. The audacity of hope in the end. That is God's greatest gift to us, the bedrock of this nation, the belief in things not seen. The belief that there are better days ahead. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice in the face of impossible odds. People who love this country can change it. We need to steer clear of this poverty of ambition, where people want to drive fancy cars and wear nice clothes and live in nice apartments, but don't want to work hard to accomplish these things. Everyone should try to realize their full potential. Our individual salvation depends on collective salvation, because thinking only about yourself, fulfilling your immediate wants and needs, betrays a poverty of ambition. If you're walking down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. To those who cling to power through corruption and deceit and the silencing of dissent, know that you are on the wrong side of history, but that we will extend a hand if you are willing to unclench your fist. I've always believed that you can think positive just as well as you can think negative. The only limit to your achievements is the reach of your dreams and your willingness to work hard for them. It's important to make sure that we're talking with each other in a way that heals, not in a way that wounds.